Chalo. Okay, so welcome back. Let me first share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you. Right? So we learned about anecdotal evidences. We learned about what is the statistical approach, and we had a question: Do first babies arrive late? Right? This is a typical question in statistics books. We are following a book called Think Stats. Okay, which I have already demonstrated. And this is the book that we are using. This is a book that we are using. It is a very good book, right? You can read it online. And so presently we are discussing this particular thing. Right? You can also read this book and then come to the sessions. It's a good book. Reading book is important. Then we saw about NSFG, National Survey for of Family Growth, and then we have seen what is a dataset like, right? Dataset is not in a CSV format with column names. It is a bit different. Dataset is like a fixed size of characters, fixed size of bytes for a particular column, and we have a dictionary, right? So we have data, and then we have dictionary, right? And we see last time we saw what they were and how is data set is like, right? So it is a cross-sectional study because we are capturing a snapshot of a group in a time, right? And then we have seen what is a population, what is a sample, and what are respondents, right? And then what are representative samples, right? If the conclusions of this particular sample is like applicable to the whole population, then it is a representative sample. Okay, so this is the zip that you can download as well, and it is available where it is available. I will tell you. You can okay. I think the link is available somewhere here. Uh, Anyways, I will give you the link. Let me start this. So go for this thing stats 2 version, right? And then this whole GitHub repository, you can get it here, unzip it, and I have it here. Right? So what we are working on is code, right? And we are going to discuss this chapter 1 example, right? Which is this same example that is going to be discussed here, right? So let us start with it, right? First of all, I will like to tell you about this. There are certain, yes, Vivek sir, go ahead. You have raised hand, please go ahead and let me know.
No, it's okay. Audio issue was there. Now it's okay. Volume is little low.
No, it's okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Is it better now?
Bit on the lower side. I don't know what is happening. Anyways, we can manage. No issues. It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, okay. So this NSFG is a library that they have made. This is uh, there are many functions available in this library, and this helps you to read this data set that we have seen last day, right? So there are certain functions like read, pem, preg. So you don't need to do a lot of things. You don't need to parse the whole data set based on a dictionary that you have. So those things are taken care of by NSFG. Okay. After that, it is mostly pandas, right? See, if this there are certain, once you before you install it, you need to have pandas and all installed, right? And you will have to, you cannot directly run these code because this NSFG, these are not installed in your system. So you will have to run this setup, right? And you will have to do it like this. You will have to do new, and new terminal you will have to start. And here the this is base. You will have to change the base to whatever base that you are using, right? Using Ponda activate and the name of that particular uh, environment, right? And yes, yeah, Conda activate AIDL config. My Conda. This is the name of the environment that I have, right? Once you do this, then you will have to do Python setup.py install. Before this, uh, just check if you are in the working directory. Nahi. So go to this particular directory, this particular folder, think stats, right? CD, uh, and then here you can see setup.py. And now you have to run this setup.py install, right? And it will install these libraries, and then you will be able to do this NSFG. Is it clear? After you install it, right, you need to run this, right? os.path, import base name, like this. These are OS functions that are already built in Python. So you will just have to import these, and then this is a function which will download the URL if that particular file is not present in the in your this in your system, right? So download, and you give a URL, and then you get the base name of the URL. And if that particular file does not exist, right, and then it will import URL retrieve from URL lib.request, and then it is going to download the retrieve the URL, right? It is an implementation of wget in Python, and then it will download the particular, it will be downloading the particular file from the URL. Okay. So you will need to download thingstats2.py, thinkplot.py, and nsfg.py, right? 2002 fempreg.dictionary, DCT is for dictionary, right? 2002 fempreg.dat.gz. So this is a zipped file, right? Data zipped file. So these things you will need to download. You are using this function only for the purpose. If suppose your data is not present here, you are going to download it. That's it. Okay. Now you are going to import an SFG, read from preg. This function helps you to read the data set as a pandas frame, right? Read the data set as a pandas data frame. As a pandas data frame is the correct term, right? And will this is going to print the first 5 rows of the data frame. So let me run these. Let it take its time. Okay, right. So what do we have here? This is a data preg is a data frame, right? Which is the female pregnancy data set, and this case ID, pregnancy order, right? How number of weeks present, preg, pregnant, like these things we have, right? These are column. If you want to print column names, you have to do data frame dot columns, right? This, if you want to print a one particular column name, preg order, you get it. You have to give the index of that particular column, right? And once you take out a particular column, its data type is series, right? It is a pandas.code series dot series, and then you can print this. So what will be there? The row number, and the values, right? If you want to print one single element, you can use this the index you can give, right? Index can be like 60, and then if you want to print a slice, right? So this is starting, and this is end. Starting and this end -1, and this value is n plus 1. So it will start from 2 and end at 0. Oh, sorry, end at 4. Right? Let me run this. Right? Start from 2 and end at 4. So we have the starting index and the ending index plus 1 we give. Right? And we can also give number of steps here. Does it make sense? Yet we have read the dataset as a pandas data frame, and we are going to print its head. Head means printing the first five rows. We can also do it preg.tail, which will show the last five rows, right? It is going to show the last five rows. Okay. We will get to understand what this data, what all the data set is, what are all these columns. But first, we need to understand how to process, how to work with these data frames, right? What is a data frame in Pandas? A data frame is just this frame of data, right? And what if we just write reg? This is the whole data frame, right? It is too big to be shown in totality. And the first five columns, sorry, the first five rows, and then dot dot dot, the last five rows is present here, right? So the case ID, pregnancy order, and number of weeks, all these are available. Sometimes some at some places data is not available, some places data is available like this, right? We have seen in the dictionary what do they mean. We will again revise it. We will again revise what the dictionary tells us about the data set. But the thing is that we have it in this particular format, right? And being a data, and when it becomes a data frame, you can uh, perform pandas operations on those data frames, which will be useful for us. Does it make sense? If you want to get the name of columns, you can do this break.columns. If you want to get the name of particular column, this is 0, right? Index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. Just for now, don't worry about what do these mean. We will see all of them, right? First, we will try to understand how to work with data frames. Once we learn that, then we will be thorough with all these things. All the descriptions are available in the dictionary, and the dictionary is present. I think dictionary is where is it present? The dictionary is we have seen the dictionary now in the yes, this is a dictionary that we have, right? We have seen the dictionary, right? So it is available. For everything is available, right? All data is available. So we don't have to worry about it. You just need to be comfortable working with data frames for now. Okay. Right. So how many columns are there? How many columns are there? Please respond. It is written there are 244 columns,
44.
right?
Mhm.
And here we also see that the length of this particular array is 244.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to get the first, the zeroth column name, index 0, you will write, you will write 0 here. Make sense? right? So whatever column name you want to take, this is only for getting the column name. Give the index and you will get the column name, right? Right. This is Pandas core indexes base and it is an index. Now this is one. We are now focusing as this case ID is not very beneficial for us, not very useful, because uh, it is some number, right? It is some automatic number that is given. It is like name of the patient. However, we will see. We will do analysis of it. What if it is useful or not? We cannot have any pre-assumptions. So writing this, right? What will it do? What is this preg? Preg is this. Preg is this whole data set, whole data frame. Right? When we write preg order is equal to preg and this, and then this particular thing, what will it do? It will get only this particular column. These are rows and these are vertical wala are column. It will get this particular column and it will save it in preg order, this particular variable, right? This will be a series, right? It is a series of numbers, right? So you see here, there are how many rows are there? 1539, sorry, 1359, three rows are there. Starting from 0 to 13592, there are 13593 rows, right? So the length of this series is 13593 and data type is integer 64-bit integer. Okay. If you want to find one particular value, suppose you want to get this particular value, what will you do? You want this preg order, add this row number 2, am I right? This and this you want to reach here. So this, what is this preg ordr? Preg ordr is this particular series, this series, am I right? This series, you want to get this particular number, what will you do? This series के अंदर you will find the index number 2. So index number 2, you get this particular value 1. Now does it make sense now? Okay. Don't get into the complexity of all these values and these names. Try to see it only as data points for now. Okay.
Correct.
So 2 to 20. Let me run this one. So what do we think? What should it give you? It is from starting. So I will write comments here. From starting index, right? This is ending index plus 1, right? And the format is like this, and then we have steps. So better not to give spaces. Okay, this is the syntax for it. Break order is what is this particular series, right? Which is actually this series. Now what we have done is we have taken out this series from this whole data set, and now we are working only on this series. Okay, this is the format for writing it. If we want to get a slice from a column, yes, go ahead. Hello. We are going to get a slice from a column. What we did is we got a part of this whole data set, right? We got one series from this whole data set, and now we want to have a small part of it, right? Slice of the particular column, starting index, ending index plus 1, and steps, right? So steps I have not given, so the default will be 1. 2 to 20, 2 starting from the index 2, ending plus 1 is 20, ending plus 1 is 20. So what is ending? 19.
19.
It will go up to 19. Okay. Now steps, if you want to put the steps, let me show you. Two. What it will do is it will take, this is one step, right? 2 to 3 is one step, 3 to 4 is one step. So if you are telling it to take 2 steps, it will jump from 2 to 4, one step here and one step here. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, like this. Okay,
That means it will skip one step in every calculation.
hmm.
It will skip one step, one
It will take
row
one step.
actually.
How it 2 steps means it will skip one row. If you take 3
Correct.
steps, it will skip 2 rows, minus 1.
2 rows minus 1. Okay, okay,
Okay, now
correct.
this is one way, right? This is one way of taking out a particular column, right? This is one of the ways. Another way of taking out one column is using this dot operation, right? So let me run this and let me show you what it is. Right, same thing. Okay, you can either do this using a square bracket and typing in the name of the particular uh, column, or you can use this dot operation. Okay, and now let me see the type of, it is a type is same, right? Same type here and here. So these both ways are the same. You can either use this dot operation, or you can use a square bracket, and in that you can put values. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, I have, you now, do you have access to this just go to this particular link. I will give this link, put this link in your in the group. I have put this link, this GitHub link in the group, and you can get it from there, and you can experiment with this data, what we have done today, right? And that is all for today. And try to work on this particular Jupyter notebook. Try to install it. If you have any issues, just message me. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.